Stop talking about your life. Just stop. This moment right now is your chance to break free from the endless cycle of recounting your story. You've been telling it for years, maybe decades, the same old problems, the same old complaints, the same old excuses. But where has it gotten you? I'm here to tell you it's time for a change, a radical change. Not just in what you do, but in who you are at your very core. Because every time you retell your life story, you're reinforcing those old patterns, those old neural pathways in your brain. You're keeping yourself stuck in the past. Think about it. How much of your day do you spend thinking about what happened yesterday, last week, last year, reliving old hurts, old disappointments, old failures? And how much time do you spend worrying about the future, imagining all the things that could go wrong? If you're like most people, the answer is a lot, too much, way too much. And all that time spent dwelling on the past or fretting about the future is robbing you of the only moment that truly matters. Right now, this moment, the present. Because here's the truth, your past does not equal your future. Let me say that again. Your past does not equal your future unless you let it, unless you keep dragging it into your present moment by constantly retelling your story. So I'm challenging you right here, right now, to stop. Just stop. Stop telling the story of your life as it has been. Stop defining yourself by your past experiences, your past failures, your past limitations. Because every time you do, you're creating your future to be just like your past. Instead, I want you to start telling a new story, a story of who you want to be, of what you want to achieve, of how you want to feel. And I want you to tell it with such conviction, such belief that your body starts to believe it's already true. Because here's the amazing thing about your brain and your body. They can't tell the difference between a real experience and one that you vividly imagine. When you fantasize about biting into a juicy lemon, your mouth starts to water. When you picture yourself in a stressful situation, your heart rate increases and your palms get sweaty. Your body reacts as if it's really happening. So when you start telling a new story about yourself, not as you have been, but as you want to be, and you tell it with emotion, with feeling, your body starts to change. New neural pathways form in your brain. New genes get switched on. New proteins get created in your cells. You literally start to become a new person, not metaphorically, not figuratively, but biologically. Physically, you change who you are at the level of your cells, your atoms, your quantum field. This isn't new age mumbo jumbo. This is cutting edge science. We now know that our genes are not our destiny, that our brains are not fixed, but plastic, constantly changing, constantly rewiring themselves based on our thoughts and experiences. We know that our bodies are not separate from our minds, but intimately connected, that our emotions affect our physical health and vice versa. So when you keep telling the same old story about your life, you're not just boring the people around you. You're literally keeping yourself stuck in the same old patterns, the same old behaviors, the same old you. But when you start telling a new story, when you start envisioning a new future, a new you set in motion a cascade of changes that ripple through your entire being. Your brain starts to rewire itself. Your body starts to heal itself. Your energy field starts to shift. And here's the really exciting part. As you change, the world around you starts to change too. Because you're no longer the same person, sending out the same old signals, attracting the same old experiences. You're a new person vibrating at a new frequency, drawing new opportunities and experiences to you. This is how people make seemingly miraculous transformations in their lives. It's not luck, it's not magic. It's the power of changing their inner state, their thoughts, their emotions, their beliefs, and holding that new state long enough for their outer reality to catch up. But it takes work. It takes dedication. It takes practice. Because let's face it, you've been telling your old story for a long time. Those neural pathways are well worn. Those habits are deeply ingrained. It's going to take effort to break out of those old patterns and create new ones. That's why I want you to start practicing right now. In this moment, close your eyes if you can, take a deep breath, and start to imagine the person you want to be. Not who you think you should be or who others expect you to be, but who you truly, deeply want to be. See yourself in vivid detail. How do you look? How do you move? How do you speak? How do you feel? What kind of energy do you radiate? What kind of impact do you have on the people around you? Now, as you're holding this image of your future self in your mind, start to feel the emotions associated with being that person. Feel the confidence, the joy, the sense of purpose and fulfillment. Feel it in every cell of your body. And as you're feeling these emotions, start to ask yourself, What thoughts would this future version of me be thinking? What beliefs would they hold? What story would they be telling about their life? Now open your eyes, take another deep breath, and make a commitment to yourself right here, right now, that from this moment forward, you're going to start telling that new story. You're going to start thinking those new thoughts. You're going to start feeling those new emotions, not just when you're meditating or visualizing, but throughout your day. When you wake up in the morning, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're driving to work, when you're interacting with others, instead of falling back into your old patterns, your old story, I want you to consciously choose to embody your future self, to think their thoughts, feel their emotions, tell their story. Yes, it's going to feel strange at first. Yes, there will be times when you forget and slip back into your old patterns. That's okay. Just gently remind yourself and shift back into your new state of being. Because here's the thing, every time you do this, every time you choose your future self over your past self, you're strengthening those new neural pathways. You're reinforcing those new patterns. You're making it easier and easier to be that new version of yourself. And as you do this consistently, day after day, week after week, something amazing starts to happen. Your outer reality begins to shift to match your inner state. Opportunities start to appear that align with your new self. People start to treat you differently, responding to your new energy. Situations that used to trigger your old patterns no longer have the same effect. You start to notice synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem to guide you towards your goals. You find yourself in the right place at the right time. You meet just the right person who can help you on your journey. This isn't magic or mysticism. It's simply the result of you changing your focus, changing your energy, changing who you are being in each moment. When you change, your perception changes, and when your perception changes, your reality changes. But remember, this isn't about forcing change through sheer willpower. It's not about struggling and striving and beating yourself up when you fall short. That's the old way, and it doesn't work. It just creates more stress, more internal conflict, more of the very things you're trying to move away from. Instead, this is about aligning yourself with who you truly want to be. It's about tapping into the infinite potential that exists within you. It's about allowing yourself to evolve, to grow, to become more of who you really are. Because here's a profound truth that many people never realize. You are not your past. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your body. You are the awareness that experiences all of these things. You are consciousness itself, expressing itself through this unique form that is you. And as consciousness, you have the power to shape your reality through your attention, your intention, and your state of being. You have the power to transcend your past, your limitations, your old patterns. You have the power to create a new future, a new you, a new life. But you can't do it by staying stuck in your old story. You can't do it by constantly reliving your past or worrying about your future. You can only do it by being fully present in this moment and consciously choosing who you want to be. So I challenge you from this moment forward to stop telling the story of your life as it has been. Stop defining yourself by your past. Stop limiting yourself based on what you think is possible. Instead, start telling the story of your life as you want it to be. Start defining yourself by your highest vision of who you can become. Start expanding your sense of what's possible. And most importantly, start being that person now, not someday in the future when everything is perfect, but right now in this moment. Because this moment is all you ever have. This moment is where your power lies. This moment is where transformation happens. So who are you going to be in this moment? What story are you going to tell? What reality are you going to create? Nation, the choice is yours. It always has been, but now you understand the power you have. Now you have the tools to create real, lasting change in your life. So use them. Use them every day, every hour, every moment. Use them until your new story becomes your reality. Use them until you become the person you've always known deep down that you could be, because that person is already within you. That potential is already there. All you have to do is align with it, embody it, become it. And as you do, you'll find that life becomes an incredible adventure, an opportunity to explore the depths of who you are and what you're capable of, a chance to push beyond your perceived limits and discover the vastness of your true potential. You'll find that challenges become opportunities for growth, that obstacles become stepping stones, that setbacks become setups for comebacks. You'll discover a wellspring of creativity, of inspiration, of energy that you never knew you had. Because when you're aligned with your true self, when you're living your purpose, when you're being who you really are, life flows, energy flows, ideas flow. You'll find yourself doing things you never thought possible, achieving goals you once thought were out of reach, impacting people in ways you never imagined. And the beautiful thing is, as you transform yourself, you inspire others to do the same. Your energy, your example, your very being becomes a catalyst for change in the world around you. This is how we create real, lasting change in the world, not by trying to force others to change, but by changing ourselves, by being the change we wish to see in the world, as Gandhi so wisely said. So I invite you to join me on this journey of transformation, to step into your power, to claim your birthright as a creator of your reality, to become the hero of your own story. It won't always be easy. There will be times when you doubt yourself, when you want to give up, when you're tempted to fall back into your old patterns. That's okay. That's part of the process. Just remember why you started. Remember who you're becoming. Remember the vision of your future self that inspired you to begin this journey. And when you face those moments of doubt or difficulty, remember this: you are more powerful than you know. You are more capable than you believe. You have within you everything you need to create the life you desire. You just need to tap into it. You need to trust it. You need to allow it to express itself through you. So take a deep breath, center yourself in this moment, and make a decision to stop living in your past, a decision to stop limiting yourself based on what you think is possible, a decision to stop telling the same old story about your life. Instead, make a decision to live in the present, to expand your sense of what's possible, to tell a new story about who you are and what you're capable of. Make a decision to be the hero of your own life, to write your own script, to create your own reality, because you can. You have that power. You always have had that power. And now that you know it, now that you understand it, there's no going back. There's only forward into a future of your own making, into a life of your own design. So go forth, be bold, be brave, be the person you've always known you could be. The world is waiting for you. Your future is calling. Answer it, embrace it, become it. And remember, your life is not something that happens to you. It's something that happens through you. You are the creator, the director, the star of your own show. So make it a great one. Make it a story worth telling. Make it a life worth living. Because you can, because you must, because you will. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your life. Claim it, own it, live it, starting now. This is your moment to shine, to step into your greatness, to become who you were always meant to be. Don't let another second slip by living a life that's less than what you're capable of. You've spent enough time playing small, doubting yourself, holding back. It's time to unleash your full potential. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself someday? Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll write that book. Someday I'll travel the world. Someday I'll get in shape. Someday I'll find true love. But here's the truth. Someday is not a day of the week. Someday never comes unless you make it today. So I'm asking you, what are you waiting for? What excuse are you using to keep yourself stuck? Are you waiting for the perfect moment, for all the stars to align, for someone to give you permission? Let me tell you something. There is no perfect moment. The stars will never fully align. And the only person who needs to give you permission is you. You see, most people live their lives on autopilot. They wake up, go through their daily routines, react to whatever life throws at them, and then go to sleep, only to repeat the same cycle tomorrow. They're not living. They're existing. They're not creating. They're consuming. They're not leading. They're following. But that's not you. Not anymore. Because you've made a decision to stop being a passive observer in your own life and start being an active creator, a decision to stop letting your past dictate your future and start shaping your destiny with your own hands. This decision is powerful. It's transformative. It's the moment when everything changes. Because when you truly decide to take control of your life, to live with purpose and intention, the universe conspires to help you. Doors start to open. Opportunities appear. Resources you never knew existed suddenly become available. But here's the key. You have to act on that decision. You have to back it up with action, because a decision without action is just a wish. And wishes don't change lives. Actions do. So what action are you going to take today? What step, no matter how small, can you take right now towards becoming the person you want to be? Maybe it's making that phone call you've been putting off. Maybe it's signing up for that class you've always wanted to take. Maybe it's having that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Whatever it is, do it. Do it now. And as you take that action, pay attention to how you feel. Notice the surge of energy, the sense of empowerment, the feeling of alignment that comes when you start moving in the direction of your dreams. That feeling is your compass. It's your inner guidance system telling you you're on the right track. Follow that feeling, chase it, let it guide you. Because the more you act in alignment with your true self, with your highest vision for your life, the more of that feeling you'll experience. And the more of that feeling you experience, the easier it becomes to keep taking action, to keep moving forward, to keep becoming more of who you really are. This is how you create momentum in your life. This is how you break free from old patterns and limiting beliefs. This is how you transform not just your actions, but your very being. Because remember, you're not just changing what you do, you're changing who you are. You're rewiring your brain, rewriting your subconscious programming, reshaping your very identity. And as you do this, you'll start to notice something amazing. The world around you will start to change. People will respond to you differently. Situations that used to stress you out will no longer have the same effect. Opportunities that seemed out of reach will suddenly appear within your grasp. This isn't magic. It's not some secret law of attraction. It's simply the result of you showing up differently in the world. When you change your inner state, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, you change the energy you're putting out into the world. And when you change that energy, you change what you attract and how you perceive the world around you. So I want you to start paying attention to your energy. Start noticing how you feel throughout the day. Are you operating from a place of fear or love, scarcity or abundance, reaction or creation? And when you notice that you're not in the state you want to be in, don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Simply pause, take a deep breath, and choose again. Choose to shift your focus. Choose to change your state. Choose to be the person you want to be in that moment. This is the practice. This is the work. And it's not always easy. There will be times when you slip back into old patterns, times when you forget and fall back into reaction mode. That's okay. It's part of the process. The key is to catch yourself quicker each time, to spend less and less time in those old states and more time in your new empowered state of being. And as you do this consistently, day after day, week after week, you'll start to notice a shift. Things that used to trigger you will lose their power. Challenges that used to overwhelm you will become opportunities for growth. Goals that once seemed impossible will start to feel inevitable. Because you're no longer the same person you were when you started this journey. You're evolving, growing, becoming more of who you really are with each passing day. And here's the beautiful thing. There's no limit to this growth. There's no ceiling on your potential. You can keep evolving, keep expanding, keep becoming more for as long as you choose to. This is the adventure of life. This is what it means to be truly alive. Not just existing, not just getting by, but fully engaging with life, embracing each moment as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become more. So I challenge you to embrace this adventure, to wake up each morning excited about the possibilities the day holds, to approach each situation, each interaction, each challenge as an opportunity to practice being your best self. And as you do, I want you to start dreaming bigger. Start expanding your vision of what's possible for your life. Because the truth is, most people's dreams are too small. They're limited by their past experiences, by what they think is realistic or achievable. But you're not most people, not anymore. You're someone who understands the power of your mind, the power of your energy, the power of your being. So dream big, dream bold, dream of a life so amazing it scares you a little. And then start living as if that dream is already your reality. Start making decisions from the perspective of that future you. Start taking actions aligned with that vision. Because here's the secret. You don't have to wait until you've achieved your dreams to be happy, to feel fulfilled, to live with purpose. You can choose to be that person now. You can choose to live from that state of being now. And when you do, when you align your current self with your future self, when you bridge that gap between who you are and who you want to be, that's when miracles happen. That's when synchronicities occur. That's when life becomes magical. So stop waiting for your life to begin. Stop postponing your happiness. Stop putting off your dreams. Your life is happening right now in this moment, and this moment is pregnant with infinite possibilities. What will you do with this moment? How will you use it? What will you create? The choice is yours. It always has been. But now you know, now you understand the power you hold. Now you have the tools to create real, lasting change in your life. So use them. Use them with intention. Use them with purpose. Use them with love. Because you are here for a reason. You have gifts to share, a purpose to fulfill, a unique contribution to make to the world. And the world needs you. The world needs your gifts, your passion, your energy. Don't hold back. Don't play small. Don't settle for less than you're capable of. Step into your power. Claim your greatness. Live your purpose. Because this is your moment. This is your time. This is your life. And it's waiting for you to make it extraordinary. So what are you waiting for? The time is now. The place is here, and you are ready. Take that first step. Make that decision. Commit to your dreams. And watch as the universe moves to support you. Watch as doors open, as opportunities appear, as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Because when you commit to living your best life, when you align with your highest self, when you show up fully in each moment, you become a force of nature, unstoppable, unshakable, unlimited. This is your birthright. This is your destiny. This is your truth. Embrace it. Live it. Be it. Starting now, right here in this moment, because this moment is all you ever have. And this moment is all you ever need. So make it count. Make it matter. Make it magnificent. Your future self is watching. Your future self is cheering you on. Your future self knows what you're capable of. Be that person now. Feel what they feel. Think what they think. Do what they would do. And watch as your reality shifts to match your new vibration, your new energy, your new way of being. This is how you create lasting change. This is how you transform your life. This is how you become the hero of your own story. So write that story. Live that story. Be that story. Because you are the author of your life. You are the creator of your reality. You are the master of your destiny. And your masterpiece is waiting to be created. So create it with every thought, every word, every action. Create a life so beautiful, so inspiring, so fulfilling that it takes your breath away. Because you can, because you must, because you will. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your life. Claim it. Own it. Live it. Starting now and continuing every moment thereafter for the rest of your life. Because life is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real thing. This is your one precious life. Make it extraordinary. Make it count. Make it yours. The power is in your hands. The choice is yours. What will you do with it? The world is waiting for your answer. And so are you. So answer with everything you've got. Answer with your whole being. Answer with love, with passion, with purpose. Answer in a way that lights you up and inspires others. Answer in a way that makes you proud to be alive. Because that's why you're here. That's why you were born. To live fully. To love deeply, to make a difference. So go forth and do just that. Starting now. Right here. In this moment. This precious, perfect, powerful moment. Your moment. Seize it. Embrace it. Live it. Now and always. Feel the energy coursing through your veins. Feel the potential bubbling up inside you. Feel the power of this moment right here, right now. You are alive. You are awake. You are aware. In this awareness lies your greatest strength. Because when you're truly aware, truly present, you realize that you have a choice in how you respond to life, a choice in how you show up in each moment, a choice in who you become. So choose wisely. Choose consciously. Choose to be the best version of yourself in every moment. Don't wait for someday. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Don't wait for someone else to give you permission. The time is now. The place is here and you are ready. You are ready to step into your power, ready to claim your greatness, ready to live your purpose. Because that's why you're here. That's why you were born, to express your unique gifts, to share your light with the world, to make a difference in your own special way. But you can't do that if you're constantly rehashing your past. You can't do that if you're always focusing on what's wrong, what's missing, what's not working. Instead, focus on what's right. Focus on what's possible. Focus on what you can create because you are a creator. You are a force of nature. You are a miracle in motion. And every moment's an opportunity created in you to reinvent yourself, to step into a higher version of who you are. So who will you be in this moment? What will you create? How will you show up? Will you shrink back in fear, or will you step forward in courage? Will you play small, or will you shine bright? Will you settle for less, or will you reach for more? The choice is yours. It always has been. But now you know, now you understand the power you hold. So use it. Use it wisely. Use it consciously. Use it to create a life that lights you up and inspires others. Because when you live from your highest self, when you align with your true purpose, you become a beacon of light in the world. You inspire others to do the same. You create a ripple effect of positive change that extends far beyond yourself. This is how we change the world, not by trying to fix everything out there, but by transforming ourselves from within, by being the change we wish to see in the world. So I challenge you to be that change, to live with such passion, such purpose, such presence that you inspire everyone around you to step up their game. Don't hold back. Don't play safe. Don't settle for mediocrity. Push your boundaries. Expand your comfort zone. Dare to dream bigger than you ever have before, because you are capable of so much more than you realize. You have strengths you haven't tapped into, talents you haven't explored, potential you haven't unleashed. It's time to unleash it all. It's time to let your light shine in full force. No more dimming your brilliance to make others comfortable. No more playing small to fit in. No more hiding your gifts out of fear of judgment. It's time to stand tall in your truth, to speak your mind with conviction, to live your values with unwavering commitment. Because when you do, when you show up fully as yourself, you give others permission to do the same. You create a space of authenticity and aliveness that's magnetic. People are drawn to those who are fully alive, fully present, fully themselves. They're inspired by those who dare to live boldly, to dream big, to make a difference. So be that person, be that inspiration, be that catalyst for change. Not someday in the future, but right now, in this moment, in every moment. Because life is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real thing. This is your one precious life. So live it fully, live it passionately, live it purposefully. Create a life so beautiful, so inspiring, so fulfilling that at the end of your days, you can look back with a smile and say, I lived, I loved, I made a difference. Because you can, because you must, because you will. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your life. Claim it, own it, live it now and always. Did you know that every morning you wake up is a new opportunity to create your day? It's a fresh start to design the experience you want to have. Yet, so often, we find ourselves letting external circumstances dictate our state of being. We allow the traffic, the weather, other people's moods, or any number of seemingly small things to bother us and throw us off balance. But what if I told you that you have the power to take back control? What if you could learn to act as if nothing bothers you, no matter what life throws your way? Sounds impossible, right? Well, let me break it down for you. We're all familiar with the age-old phrase, don't sweat the small stuff. But you see, from the mind's perspective, there is no small stuff or big stuff. It's all just stuff. It's all input. And you could choose how you're going to perceive and respond to that input. Think about it like this. Let's say you're driving to work and someone cuts you off in traffic. You instantly feel that surge of anger and frustration. Your heart rate increases. You might yell some choice words and you're thrown into a foul mood for the rest of your commute and even after arriving at the office. But here's the thing. In that moment when the person cut you off, nothing actually happened to you. No physical harm came to you. You didn't get into an accident or suffer any tangible consequences. It was a mere event that your mind perceived as a threat or an offense. Now, I'm not saying it's okay for people to drive recklessly or cut others off, but I am saying that you have a choice in how you're going to respond to that event. You can let it ruin your entire day, or you can learn to act as if it doesn't bother you at all. You see, when something happens that we perceive as unpleasant or bothersome, there's a chemical release that takes place in the body. We go into a fight or flight response. Our emotions take over and all logical reasoning goes out the window. But what if you could interrupt that process? What if, at the moment you start to feel that emotional charge, you could consciously choose to short circuit that response? It's not always easy, but with practice, you can train your mind and body to remain calm and centered no matter what comes your way. Acting as if nothing bothers you means developing what I call ultimate life force traits. It means stepping into your personal power and reminding yourself that you are the creator of your reality, not the victim of circumstances. One of those ultimate life force traits is imperturbability, the ability to remain calm, poised, and unflustered in the face of any situation. It's the opposite of easily disturbed or upset. It means knowing that you have the inner strength to weather any storm without losing your center. Another key trait is unflappability. Not easily ruffled or thrown off balance. When you're unflappable, you move through life with grace and ease, not allowing external events to ruffle your feathers or shake your composure. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Yeah, that all sounds great in theory, but how do I actually put this into practice? Well, my friends, it starts with awareness. You have to become hyper aware of your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations in any given moment. When you feel that initial twinge of annoyance or anger brewing, recognize it for what it is, just an impulse signal from your brain. At that point, you have a choice. You can latch onto that feeling and let it consume you, or you can consciously interrupt the pattern. Take a deep breath, feel your feet grounding into the earth, and remind yourself, I am not going to let this bother me. I am in control of my state of being. It's like hitting the reset button in your mind and body. You're choosing to stay centered, poised, and unflustered no matter what's happening around you. And let me tell you, when you start acting as if nothing can bother you, it's incredibly empowering. You'll find that you move through life with a newfound sense of ease and lightness. Things that used to set you off will barely even register. You'll stop sweating the small stuff because you'll realize that it's all small stuff in the grand scheme of things. And here's the real kicker. When you start embodying these ultimate life force traits of imperturbability and unflappability, you'll notice that your external reality starts to shift. The situations and people that used to bother you will have less and less of an effect. It's like you're operating on a whole different frequency, one of inner peace and centeredness. So, how do you get to that place? Well, my friends, it takes practice, lots and lots of practice, but stick with me because the payoff is so worth it. Start by catching yourself throughout the day whenever you feel that emotional charge rising. Maybe someone says something that rubs you the wrong way, or you spill your coffee, or you hit every red light on your commute. Whatever it is, pause for a moment and simply observe the feeling without judging it or latching onto it. Breathe deeply and remind yourself, I am not going to let this bother me. I am in control of my state of being. Say it out loud if you need to. Let those words become your mantra, your anchor back to a state of calm and ease. At first, it might feel a bit forced or unnatural. That's okay. Anything worth having takes time and practice. But as you continue to make this a habit, you'll find that it gets easier and easier to act as if nothing bothers you. Eventually, it will become second nature. And as you start to embody these traits of imperturbability and unflappability, you'll notice that your entire life starts to transform. Situations that used to cause you immense stress and anxiety will barely even register. You'll move through your days with a sense of lightness and ease that you never thought possible. Of course, there will still be challenges and difficult moments. That's just part of life. But you'll find that you're able to navigate them with far more grace and resilience than ever before. You'll be able to maintain your center no matter what storms come your way. So, my friends, I invite you to make a commitment to yourself today. Commit to learning how to act as if nothing bothers you. Commit to developing those ultimate life force traits of imperturbability and unflappability. It won't happen overnight, but with consistent practice and commitment, you'll find that you're able to move through life with a newfound sense of freedom, ease, and inner peace. And let me leave you with this. When you learn to act as if nothing bothers you, you'll not only transform your own experience of life, but you'll become a beacon of inspiration for those around you. Your calm, centered presence will be a light that others are drawn to, a reminder that true peace and empowerment comes from within. So, are you ready to take back control of your state of being? Are you ready to step into your ultimate life force and learn to act as if nothing bothers you? If so, then let's get started. The journey begins today in this very moment. And I promise you, the rewards will be greater than you can even imagine. One of the biggest obstacles we face on this journey is our tendency to get caught up in the narrative of the situation. Our minds start spinning stories about why something is unfair, unjust, or just plain bothersome. But those stories only serve to amplify the emotional charge and make it even harder to stay centered. The key is to recognize that the stories are not reality. They're just interpretations created. But when you can separate yourself from the narrative and simply observe what is happening without all the extra mental commentary, it becomes much easier to respond from a place of calm clarity rather than reactivity. For example, let's go back to that scenario of someone cutting you off in traffic. Your mind might immediately start telling you stories like, that person is so rude and inconsiderate. Don't they know how to drive properly? This is going to make me late now. And with each thought, you get more and more amped up emotionally. But if you can catch yourself and simply state the facts without embellishment, someone merged into my lane, it neutralizes the situation. You don't have to make it into a big drama about you or assign negative intentions. It's just something that happened, plain and simple. From that place of objectivity, it's much easier to act as if it doesn't bother you. Another powerful practice is to reframe negative situations as opportunities for growth. When something happens that would normally push your buttons, you can choose to view it as a chance to exercise your imperturbability and unflappability muscles. It's like spiritual weightlifting for your equanimity. So instead of saying, oh, not this again, when faced with a trying circumstance, you can think to yourself, excellent. Here's my opportunity to practice acting as if this doesn't bother me at all. Approach it with genuine curiosity and excitement about putting your skills to the test. With this mindset shift, you'll find that challenging situations no longer trigger the same knee-jerk emotional responses. You'll be able to respond from a place of consciousness rather than just unconscious reaction. And each time you're able to stay unflappable, it strengthens those neural pathways and makes it easier the next time. Speaking of neural pathways, understand that when you're actively working to change deep-seated patterns and habits, you're quite literally rewiring your brain. Those old neural connections that used to fire up anger, resentment, or irritation don't have to remain fixed. You can forge new pathways of equanimity through repetition of new thought and behavior patterns. It takes consistent practice, but just think about how freeing it would be to no longer be hostage to your knee-jerk emotional responses. To be able to navigate through life's inevitable ups and downs with grace, poise, and an inner calm that is truly unshakable. That is the gift of acting as if nothing bothers you. And as you embody this way of being more and more, it will extend into all areas of your life, not just in response to external circumstances, but also in how you relate to your own internal storms of thoughts and emotions. You'll find it easier to let things go, to forgive, to release resentments and grudges. Everything just becomes lighter and more fluid. Ultimately, learning to act as if nothing bothers you is about taking radical responsibility for your state of being. It's realizing that you are not a victim of circumstances, but the creator of your reality through the energy and vibration you emit. When you interact with the world from a place of centeredness and inner calm, you naturally attract more of that reflected back. The situations and people that used to push your buttons will seem to miraculously fade away because you've risen to a higher level of consciousness that doesn't feed into that old cyclical energy anymore. So I invite you to embrace this practice wholeheartedly. Approach it with patience, commitment, and even a spirit of playfulness. See everything that life puts in front of you as an opportunity to stretch and strengthen those imperturbability muscles. And keep reminding yourself that you are the one with the power to choose your state in any given moment. The eating journey isn't always easy, but let me assure you, it is worthwhile. Because on the other side is a life of freedom, empowerment, and deep inner peace that is truly priceless. So let's get started, shall we? The path to becoming unflappable in the face of anything begins right here, right now. One of the core principles we need to embrace is the understanding that nothing that happens to us is inherently good or bad. Those are just labels and judgments we assign based on our conditioning. At their core, events are neutral. It's our perception and inner response that charges them with meaning and emotional weight. Think about a childproof safety lid on a bottle of medication. To a child, that lid is just a frustrating obstacle preventing them from getting what they want. But to a parent, that same lid is a vital protection, keeping their child safe from potential harm. Same lid, completely different perception based on context and programming. When we can step back and recognize that events in themselves are neutral, it becomes easier to act as if they don't bother us. Because the truth is, from a higher vantage point, they actually don't. It's only when we get wrapped up in our personal narratives and emotional triggers that things start to bother us. Now, I'm not suggesting we become emotionally numb or disconnect from our humanity. Emotions are a natural part of the human experience, but we can learn to relate to them in a different way as temporary guests rather than sticky long-term residents taking up space in our psyche. The next time a situation arises that would normally push your buttons, try this. Instead of rejecting the emotion or struggling against it, simply open your awareness to receive it, almost like you're observing a cloud passing through the sky. Don't latch onto the story behind it. Just feel the pure energetic sensation in your body as it arises, peaks, and ultimately dissipates. You might notice tightness in your chest or belly as anger moves through, or perhaps a flushed, heated sensation with annoyance. Rather than avoiding or suppressing these feelings, Just open yourself up and consciously experience them, but don't fuel them with mental proliferation. Like watching a wave rise up and then pull back into the ocean. See, with this curiosity and open acceptance, you'll find that emotions have far less charge and gravitational pull. They lose their stickiness. You create space for them to move through you rather than becoming enveloped or overwhelmed by them. This is key for being able to act as if external circumstances don't bother you. Because here's the core truth. Nothing outside of you can actually bother you unless you give it permission to do so from the inside. Those triggers only have power because we've given them power over decades of patterning. But in this moment, you can make the conscious choice to withdraw that power, to no longer engage with those old conditioned reactions. It all comes back to realizing that the locus of control is within you, not in external people or circumstances. As you get more practiced at this inner work of separating your sense of okayness from external conditions, you'll likely notice two things. First, you'll find yourself getting bothered by fewer and fewer things in your daily life. Those situations that used to set you off like a rocket will feel more like gentle nudges that you can easily release. And second, on those occasions, when you do get momentarily ruffled or knocked off center, you'll bounce back to your default mode of imperturbability much more quickly. The charge won't linger and start to bleed into other areas. You'll be able to recenter yourself rapidly and stay in a state of steady, conscious calm. This all points to one of the greatest benefits of cultivating this way of being. You'll conserve massive amounts of vital energy that used to get frittered away on negativity, stress, and reactivity. Just imagine what you could do, create, and experience in life when you're no longer leaking life force needlessly. You'll have so much more presence, clarity, and personal power available to focus on what really matters to you. Your relationships will transform as you show up as a grounded, non-reactive anchor. You'll make decisions from a place of discernment rather than being swayed by every passing emotional impulse. In many ancient wisdom traditions, the highest achievement a human being could attain was considered to be the state of utter imperturbability, to remain poised, unwavering, and soul-steadied in the face of any circumstance, whether poverty or wealth, loss or gain, pleasure or pain. The sages knew that, in such a state of imperturbable realization, we become architects of our reality rather than victims of happenstance. We live as conscious creators, unflustered by the ups and downs that ruffle the feathers of those still bound to reaction and lack of self-mastery. Of course, such heights of self-actualization are a journey of committed practice over many lifetimes. But the beautiful thing is, we can start walking that path today in this very moment, simply by setting the intention to act as if nothing bothers us. With that intention firmly rooted, every issue or challenge that arises becomes an opportunity to stretch and strengthen our imperturbability muscles a little more. We get to practice the art of staying unwavering amidst any storm. And each time we do, we fortify those neural pathways of inner calm and reinforce new patterns for the mind and body. Eventually, being imperturbable, unflappable, and acting as if nothing bothers you will become your natural embodied state of being. Not something you have to work at, but how you simply experience yourself moving through life, poised, grounded, soul-centered. From that bedrock of realized equanimity, your actions, choices, and creations will flow with harmony, wisdom, and grace. So keep training, keep practicing. Keep recommitting to the intention every day. Celebrate your successes, have compassion for yourself on the days that are more challenging, but never give up on your ability to master acting as if nothing bothers you. Because in doing so, you'll be doing more than just learning to ride the waves of life's ups and downs with skill. You'll be undertaking the supreme spiritual work of reclaiming your divine birthright as an empowered sovereign creator being. And that is the grandest journey any of us can undertake in this human experience. So let's walk that path together, shall we? A life of profound freedom and unwavering inner peace awaits. At the heart of it is the understanding that we are not our thoughts, emotions, or external circumstances. We are the conscious awareness beholding all of those transient phenomena. The thoughts will arise and pass away. The emotions will ebb and flow. Situations will constantly be changing around us. But our true nature remains unchanged, a field of pure potentiality, unbothered by the dance of impermanence. When we're able to firmly anchor ourselves in that realization of our deepest, most fundamental self, the world around us takes on a different hue. The challenges, frustrations, disappointments, and grievances that used to trigger us and bother hues no longer have the same weight or gravitational pull. because we recognize that all of those experiences are just temporary guests in the infinite expanse of our being. They come, we witness them with open curiosity and acceptance, and eventually they go like clouds passing through a wide open sky. Our unshakable essence remains untroubled and serene. This isn't a bypass or spiritual bypassing of authentic human feeling and experience. It's not about becoming numb or checked out from the richness of life. Quite the opposite. In fact, by no longer unconsciously resisting or attaching to the changing phenomena around us, we open ourselves to experiencing everything with a freshness, vividness, and depth that's simply not possible when we're chained to our reactive patterns. Think of a time when you laughed until you cried, or felt waves of soul-stirring gratitude, or gazed at a newborn baby with joyful awe. In those moments, were you concerned about what someone said that upset you earlier? Or were you distracted by that rude driver who cut you off? Of course not. You were fully immersed and absorbed in the beautiful energy and truth of that present moment experience. That is the essence of acting as if nothing bothers you, not a hardening or shutting off, but an opening, a radical availability to the richness of whatever this moment has to offer, unsullied by the mental baggage we so often drag around with us out of old habits. When we taste that freedom of being fully present and unbothered, something within us remembers. We remind ourselves of the truth of who and what we are at our core, that infinitely present, awake field of consciousness that can never be truly disturbed, no matter how intense the winds of change around us. And we realize, with a gentle sigh of recognition, of course, this is my true home. From that space of centeredness and realization, our entire perception shifts. The events, situations, and triggers that once held so much charge over us now have a suppleeness, a lack of solidity. We can work with them, engaging from a place of creative flow and conscious choice, rather than being hijacked by their familiar grooves in our psyche. And as we continue fortifying this new posture of being, the interpenetrating dimensions of energy, emotion, and physical reality all realign in kind. Just as the mind shapes matter, the imperturbable state of our consciousness begins to effortlessly reshape our inner and outer experience of life itself. Situations that would have bothered us deeply before no longer even arise, because we're no longer participating in the resonant fields and patterns that used to catalyze them into manifestation. We've shifted our home frequency to a plane of harmony, synchronicity, and creative mastery. The people who used to trigger us and push our buttons may still come across our path from time to time, but it's as if they're no longer speaking our language. Their energy ricochets off our centered, imperturbable force field without leaving so much as a scratch or dent. We don't have to fight them, avoid them, or even engage. We just allow them to pass through our sphere unconcerned and unbothered. This is the profound alchemy and grace of staking our identity in the deepest ground of being. We realize our ultimate sovereignty. External circumstances can swirl around us in their cyclical dances, but they hold no dominion over the unalterable peace and truth at our core. And from that invincible space of imperturbability, we become true forces of nature ourselves, not battered and shaped by the winds and waves of life, but powerful vortices that harmonize those elemental forces into higher degrees of order, creativity, and blessing for all. This path is not transcendence from the human experience, but full integration and embodiment of the totality of who we are, vulnerable feeling beings of flesh and emotion. Yes, but also eternal, limitless consciousness, cradling it all in the perfumed embrace of our imperturbable true nature. So let us walk this path with humility and patience, tasting the profound stillness available in each moment, no matter the surrounding turbulence. For it is only through this radical ease of being that we ultimately flower into our greatest human potential and become the unwavering lights the world needs at this pivotal time. When nothing bothers us, we become the unwavering, peaceful presence and clarity that helps dream a new dream for our world and all beings. That is the power and great privilege of this journey. I'll meet you there on the unbothered shores of the possible. One of the core inversions we must make on this journey is to shift our locus of identity from the personal, egoic self to the vast, transpersonal expanse of consciousness itself. As long as we remain firmly rooted in the mirage of the separate self, we'll continue to experience the world through that filtered lens of me against other, which gives rise to so much of our suffering and disturbance. But when we can disidentify from that small sense of self and recognize the deeper, unified field of pure awareness that we are, everything shifts. The triggers and upheavals that used to bother us so intensely start to lose their sticky charge, like riptides losing their fierce pull in a vast, endless ocean. This isn't a rational, mind based process of making ourselves okay with undesirable circumstances. It's more of a direct reorienting of our very beingness, like tuning into a different radio channel, where the ego mind tries to control and micromanage reality according to its preferences. This transcendent eye of spirit simply witnesses, allowing whatever arises to unfold in perfect naturalness. There's a profound letting go that happens. Letting go of grasping at pleasure and averting pain, letting go of our ingrained reflexes to accept or reject, hold onto, or push away. Like a leaf carried on the seamless currents of the wind, we surrender our habitual controlling tendencies and become an open vessel for the ceaseless flowering of life itself. Of course, this is all much easier said than done. Our ego patterning runs millennia deep, reinforced by lifetimes of forgetting our true nature and mistaking the personal self for the entirety of who we are. So it takes tremendous commitment, dedication, and gentleness with ourselves to undo those ancestral knots. One particularly potent practice is to continuously take pause throughout your days and feel into the open, spacious awareness that is present in this moment, right here, right now, before your thoughts define it, before your emotions colorize it. There is a simple, pristine presence that is the pure subjectivity beholding this present experience, unbounded by its contents. Can you feel that unconditioned awareness surrounding and substantiating every perception, every thought, every sensory experience? That is the very essence of your being, older than the universe itself and younger than this present moment. When you temporarily disidentify from all the learned beliefs, memories, preferences, and labels, what remains is the simple, lucent ground of your awakened nature. From that spacious expanse brought into living presence, the experiences that would normally bother you have much less of a gravitational pull. You start to experience them almost as if observing a live theater performance, engaging, immersive, possessing a certain dramatic weight and momentum, yet always happening within the open, unbothered awareness that you are. Thoughts, emotions, and external circumstances become more like temporary guests in the abiding awakeness, rather than burdens you have to carry or prisons you're confined within. There's a natural buoyancy that arises, allowing them to come, go, and be as they are without weightness or fixation. And it's from that free, centered, unbothered state of pure allowing that your true creative powers arise. No longer encumbered by the gravity of resistance, you become a channel for higher harmonies and greater possibilities to stream into manifestation. The universe flows through you as a holographic instrument of its own evolution, orchestrating symphony after symphony of sacred unveiling. This transformation doesn't necessarily mean that you'll never experience intense emotions, painful circumstances, or the whole glorious commute of human experiencing again. In fact, you'll likely find that you can feel those experiences, even more rawly and richly, when you're not buttoning them down or sublimating them through your filters. But the context will have shifted. You'll be able to hold and feel the intensity of those experiences within the vast, unbothered openness of your being, like a dream, however vivid, being dreamt within the seamless continuum of consciousness itself, which means you'll suffer less, reside more fully in presence, and open each experience as a revelatory homecoming. Through it all, there's a deepening realization, the understanding that the all-pervading peace and wholeness you've been seeking was never apart from you to begin with. It's the very essence of who and what you are beneath all the conditioned ideas and mental projections of a separate self. The ultimate homecoming is when that recognition blossoms into the direct, living experience of your eternal, imperturbable nature as the one self. So keep returning to that source awareness, that still point of presence throughout your days. Let it be the open embrace within which everything arises and returns to source. Steep yourself in its unshakable peace, its unwavering acceptance of what is. And from that space of radical, non-dual embrace, learn to act as if nothing bothers you, not because you've donned a spiritual bypass or mask of apathy, but because you've realized the vivid truth of the infinite and eternal. Every experience, no matter how charged, is welcomed home to that vast, all-encompassing ground. This is the great unfolding that our beings are tuned for, the full blooming of our enlightened nature. Difficulties and challenges still arrive, but like a force of nature itself, we meet them with imperturbable wisdom and indestructible presence. It is the living embodiment of the sacred and the ultimate healing for a world swimming in disturbance. So let us walk this path together, utterly committed to resting as that unbothered, unsurpassable expanse within which all worlds appear and disappear, dream after dream. In doing so, we become the very source we've been seeking, the unwavering ground the universe longs for, and our light and peace ripples outward, quietly ushering in a new dawn of sanity and sacred self recognition. We have the power to be that transformative presence right now in each passing moment. All that's required is that we choose to act as if nothing in truth can ever truly bother us. For we are the home in which all experiences arise and return, beloved and eternal. You are not nothing. You are everything. Every cell in your body, every thought in your mind, every beat of your heart. It's all a miracle. But somewhere along the way, you forgot that. You let others define you, label you, put you in a box. It's time to break free. Think about it. How many times have you dimmed your light because someone told you to? How often have you stayed silent when you had something important to say? When was the last time you truly stood up for yourself? It stops now. Today, in this moment, you're making a choice to reclaim your power, to remember your worth, to stop letting others treat you like you're nothing. You see, when we allow others to treat us poorly, we're not just hurting ourselves. We're reinforcing a belief system that says it's okay to disrespect, to belittle, to ignore. We're telling the universe this is what I deserve, but that's a lie. You deserve respect. You deserve kindness. You deserve to be seen, heard, and valued, not because of what you do or what you have, but simply because you exist. You are a unique expression of life itself, and that alone makes you invaluable. But here's the thing. No one is going to hand you respect on a silver platter. You have to claim it. You have to embody it. You have to become so grounded in your own worth that no one can shake you. It starts with your thoughts. Every time you think, I'm not good enough, or I don't matter, you're programming your brain. You're creating neural pathways that reinforce these false beliefs. But guess what? You have the power to change that. Start catching those negative thoughts. When they pop up, pause. Take a deep breath. And then consciously choose a different thought. I am worthy. I am valuable. I matter. Say it out loud if you have to. Write it down. Repeat it until you believe it. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So when you consistently feed it positive, empowering thoughts, it starts to create new neural pathways. You're literally rewiring your brain to support your worth. But it's not just about thoughts. It's about action. How you treat yourself sets the standard for how others treat you. Are you taking care of your body? Are you honoring your needs? Are you speaking to yourself with kindness? Start treating yourself like you're precious because you are. Nourish your body with good food. Move in ways that feel good. Rest when you need to. Speak to yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a dear friend. And when it comes to others, set clear boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. If someone consistently disrespects you, it's okay to distance yourself. If someone crosses a line, it's okay to speak up. You don't have to be rude or aggressive. You can be firm and kind at the same time. Remember, you're not responsible for other people's behavior. You're only responsible for your own. So focus on being the best version of yourself. Live with integrity, treat others with respect, and expect the same in return. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but what if I stand up for myself and people don't like it? Well, let me ask you this. Do you want to be liked or do you want to be respected? Do you want to live a life that's true to you or one that's designed to please others? The truth is, when you start valuing yourself, you might lose some people, but these are the people who were comfortable with the old you, the you that didn't speak up, that didn't set boundaries, that accepted less than you deserved. As you grow, your circle might shrink, but it will be filled with people who truly see and appreciate you. And here's something powerful to consider. As you start treating yourself with more respect, you'll naturally attract others who do the same. It's like you're sending out a signal to the universe. This is how I deserve to be treated. And the universe responds. But this isn't just about you. When you stand in your power, when you refuse to be treated as less than, you're setting an example. You're showing others what's possible. You're creating ripples of change that extend far beyond you. Think about it. How many times have you been inspired by someone who stood up for themselves? How often have you admired someone who refused to be pushed around? By claiming your worth, you're giving others permission to do the same. Now, I'm not saying this journey is easy. It takes courage. to change deeply ingrained patterns. It takes strength to stand up to those who are used to pushing you down. It takes persistence to keep going when old habits try to pull you back. But you have that courage. You have that strength. You have that persistence. It's all within you waiting to be awakened. And here's the beautiful thing. Every time you choose self-respect over self-doubt, every time you speak up instead of staying silent, every time you honor your worth instead of shrinking yourself, you're building momentum. You're creating a new normal for yourself. It's like working out. The first few times, it's hard. Your muscles ache, your lungs burn. But if you keep at it day after day, it gets easier. You get stronger, and eventually it becomes second nature. The same is true for standing in your power. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. You might doubt yourself, but each time you do it, you're strengthening your self-worth muscle. You're creating new neural pathways that support your value. And as you do this inner work, you'll start to notice changes in your outer world. People will respond to you differently. Opportunities will open up. Life will start to reflect back to you the worth that you're claiming for yourself. But remember, this isn't about becoming arrogant or thinking you're better than others. It's about recognizing your inherent value as a human being. It's about treating yourself and others with respect. It's about creating a world where everyone's worth is honored. So how do we do this in practical terms? Let's break it down. First, start with awareness. Notice how you talk to yourself. Pay attention to how you let others treat you. Become conscious of the moments when you shrink yourself or stay silent when you should speak up. Next, make a commitment to change. Decide right here and now that you're no longer willing to be treated as less than. Make a promise to yourself that you'll start honoring your worth. Then take small steps. Start with something manageable. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting when you have an idea. Maybe it's telling a friend that their comment hurts you. Maybe it's simply looking in the mirror and saying, I am worthy every morning. As you take these steps, celebrate your progress. Did you set a boundary? Congratulate yourself. Did you stand up for yourself? Acknowledge your courage. Every small win is building your confidence and reinforcing your worth. And when you falter, because you will, we all do, be kind to yourself. Don't use it as proof that you're not worthy. Instead, see it as part of the learning process. Dust yourself off, remind yourself of your worth, and try again. Remember, this is a journey. It's not about being perfect. It's about consistently choosing to honor your worth even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. As you do this work, you might start to notice some resistance, maybe from others who are used to the old you, maybe from your own mind questioning if you really deserve better. This is normal. Change often brings resistance. But here's the thing. That resistance is a sign that you're growing. It's a sign that you're challenging the status quo. It's a sign that you're reclaiming your power. So when you face resistance, don't back down. Instead, see it as confirmation that you're on the right path. Let it fuel your determination to keep going. And as you continue on this path, you'll start to notice something amazing. Not only will you stop letting others treat you like you're nothing, but you'll also stop treating yourself that way. You'll start to see your own beauty, your own strength, your own incredible potential. You'll start to realize that you are not just enough. You are more than enough. You are a miracle of existence, a unique expression of life itself. There has never been and will never be another you. Think about that for a moment. In all of time and space, there's only one you. Your combination of experiences, thoughts, feelings, talents, it's completely unique. How could that ever be nothing? So from this moment on, I want you to make a commitment to honor your worth, a commitment to stand in your power, a commitment to stop letting anyone, including yourself, treat you like you're nothing. Because you're not nothing. You're everything. You're a star in human form, made of the same stuff that lights up the night sky. You're a force of nature capable of incredible things. You're a miracle walking and talking and breathing. And it's time you started acting like it. It's time to speak your truth, even when your voice shakes. It's time to set boundaries, even when it feels uncomfortable. It's time to pursue your dreams, even when others say you can't. It's time to stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. Your light is not too bright. Their eyes just need to adjust. It's time to stop apologizing for taking up space. You have every right to be here, to be seen, to be heard. It's time to stop accepting crumbs when you deserve the whole feast. You are worthy of love, respect, success, happiness, all of it. It's time to stop waiting for permission to live your life fully. You don't need anyone's approval to be who you are. It's time to stop letting your past define your future. Your history is not your destiny. You have the power to write a new story starting right now. It's time to stop playing small. The world needs your gifts, your voice, your unique perspective. By hiding, you're not just shortchanging yourself, you're depriving the world of your brilliance. It's time to stop letting fear hold you back. Yes, it's scary to stand up for yourself. Yes, it's frightening to step into your power. But you know what's scarier? Looking back on your life and realizing you never truly lived it. It's time to stop letting others' opinions matter more than your own. You are the expert on your life. You know what's best for you. Trust that inner wisdom. It's time to stop putting everyone else's needs before your own. You can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment to start living. This is your moment, right here, right now. It's time to stop letting your self-doubt win. Your doubts are lies, your worth is the truth. It's time to stop settling for less than you deserve in your relationships, your career, your life. You deserve the best simply because you exist. It's time to stop believing the lie that you're not enough. You're enough. You've always been enough. You will always be enough. It's time to stop letting your mistakes define you. Your mistakes are lessons, not life sentences. Learn from them and move forward. It's time to stop comparing yourself to others. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. It's time to stop waiting for someone to rescue you. You are your own hero. You have everything you need within you. It's time to stop letting your inner critic run the show. That voice doesn't have your best interests at heart. Choose to listen to the voice that uplifts and empowers you instead. It's time to stop hiding your true self. The world needs your authenticity, your vulnerability, your realness. It's time to stop playing by rules that don't serve you. You have the power to rewrite the rules of your life. It's time to stop letting your limitations define you. Your limitations are just invitations to get creative, to find another way. It's time to stop letting your age, your background, your circumstances be excuses. It's never too late. You're never too old. It's never impossible. It's time to stop letting others' success intimidate you. Their success doesn't diminish your potential. There's enough success to go around. It's time to stop letting your failures keep you down. Every failure is a step closer to success if you choose to learn from it. It's time to stop letting your comfort zone be a prison. Growth happens outside of comfort. Be willing to be uncomfortable. It's time to stop letting your past trauma control your present. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. It's time to stop letting toxic people drain your energy. You have the right to distance yourself from anyone who doesn't respect your worth. It's time to stop letting society's expectations dictate your path. Your life is yours to live. Choose the path that feels right to you. It's time to stop letting your negative self-talk go unchallenged. Question those thoughts. Are they true? Are they helpful? If not, choose different thoughts. It's time to stop letting your dreams stay dreams. Take action, no matter how small, towards what you want. It's time to stop letting your fears of judgment hold you back. What others think of you is none of your business. Focus on what you think of you. It's time to stop letting your need for perfection paralyze you. Done is better than perfect. Progress is better than perfection. It's time to stop letting your past mistakes haunt you. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You're growing, evolving, becoming. It's time to stop letting your self-worth be determined by external factors. Your worth is inherent. It doesn't depend on what you do, what you have, or what others think of you. It's time to stop letting your potential go untapped. You have greatness within you. It's time to let it out. It's time to stop letting your voice be silenced. Your perspective matters. Your experiences matter. Your opinions matter. It's time to stop letting your dreams seem impossible. Everything is impossible until someone does it. Why not you? It's time to stop letting your self-care be an afterthought. You can't serve from an empty vessel. Fill yourself up first. It's time to stop letting your happiness depend on others. You are responsible for your own happiness. Choose. It's time to stop letting your growth be stunted by comfort. Embrace discomfort. It's a sign of growth. It's time to stop letting your past define your future. Your history is not your destiny. You have the power to create a new story. It's time to stop letting your light be dimmed. You were born to shine. Don't let anyone or anything dull your brilliance. It's time to stop letting your worth be determined by others. You are inherently valuable simply because you exist. It's time to stop letting your life pass you by while you wait for the right time. The right time is now. This moment is all we ever have. It's time to stop letting your fear of failure hold you back. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. It's time to stop letting your need for approval dictate your choices. The only approval you need is your own. It's time to stop letting your self-doubt win. Your doubts are lies. Your worth is the truth. It's time to stop letting your circumstances define you. You are not your situation. You are your response to your situation. It's time to stop letting your inner critic have the loudest voice. Choose to listen to the voice that uplifts and empowers you. It's time to stop letting your past pain dictate your future joy. You've been through enough. You deserve happiness. It's time to stop letting your fear of the unknown keep you stuck. The unknown is where all the magic happens. It's time to stop letting your need for control limit your experiences. Sometimes the best things in life are unplanned. It's time to stop letting your insecurities hold you back. Your imperfections make you unique. Embrace. It's time to stop letting your fear of judgment silence you. Your voice matters. Use it. It's time to stop letting your comfort zone be your prison. Growth happens outside of comfort. It's time to stop letting your past mistakes define you. They are lessons, not life sentences. It's time to stop letting your dreams stay dreams. Take action, no matter how small. It's time to stop letting your fears dictate your choices. Feel the fear and do it anyway. It's time to stop letting your limitations define you. They are invitations to get creative. It's time to stop letting your negative self-talk go unchallenged. Question those thoughts. It's time to stop letting your potential go untapped. You have greatness within you. It's time to stop letting others treat you like you're nothing, because you're not nothing. You're everything. You are a miracle of existence. You are a force of nature. You are a star in human form, and it's time you started acting like it. From this moment on, choose to honor your worth. Choose to stand in your power. Choose to shine your light unapologetically and brilliantly. Because when you do, you give others permission to do the same. You create a ripple effect of empowerment and self-worth that can change the world. So stand tall, speak your truth, set your boundaries, pursue your dreams, love yourself fiercely. Never, ever let anyone treat you like you're nothing again, because you are everything. You always have been. And it's time the world knew it. Remember, this journey of self-worth isn't a destination. It's a daily practice. Every day, you have the opportunity to choose self-respect over self-doubt. Every interaction is a chance to stand in your power and honor your worth. Every moment is an opportunity to remember your true value. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about uncovering who you've always been beneath the layers of doubt, fear, and negative conditioning. It's about returning to your true self, the self that knows its worth, that stands tall in its power, that refuses to be treated as anything less than the miracle it is. As you continue on this journey, you'll face challenges. There will be days when it feels easier to slip back into old patterns, days when the voice of self-doubt seems louder than ever, days when others push against your newfound strength. But here's what I want you to remember in those moments. You've already taken the hardest step. You've made the decision to reclaim your worth. You've chosen to stop letting others treat you like you're nothing. And that choice, that commitment to yourself, is more powerful than any obstacle you'll face. When those challenging days come, and they will, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself of your inherent worth. Remind yourself of all the times you've overcome challenges in the past. Remind yourself of the strength that lives within you. And then I want you to take one small step forward. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's simply looking in the mirror and saying, I am worthy. Maybe it's politely but firmly saying no to something that doesn't serve you. Maybe it's doing one small thing to take care of yourself. These small steps might not feel significant in the moment, but they add up. They build momentum. They reinforce your worth. They show the universe. And more importantly, they show yourself that you are committed to honoring your value. Remember, you're not just doing this for yourself. You're doing it for everyone who's ever felt small, insignificant, or unworthy. You're showing them what's possible. You're lighting the way. Imagine a world where everyone recognized their own worth, where no one allowed themselves to be treated as less than, where everyone stood in their power and shone their light brightly. That's the world you're helping to create simply by honoring your own worth. So keep going. Keep choosing yourself. Keep standing tall in your power. Keep refusing to be treated as anything less than the miracle you are. And on the days when it feels hard, when you're tempted to shrink yourself or accept less than you deserve, I want you to remember this. You are not nothing. You are everything. You are a unique expression of life itself, a 1 in a billion miracle. There has never been and will never be another you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, your perspective, they all matter. They all have value. They all contribute to the beautiful tapestry of human existence. Your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, they're not too big. If anything, they're not big enough. You are capable of more than you can imagine. Your voice deserves to be heard. Your opinions matter. Your ideas are valuable. Don't let anyone silence you or make you feel small. Your time is precious. Your energy is valuable. Don't waste them on people or situations that don't honor your worth. Your boundaries are important. They're not selfish. They're necessary. They protect your energy, your peace, your sense of self. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for having them. Your needs matter. Your wants matter. Your feelings matter. Don't push them aside to please others. Honor that. Your body is a miracle. It carries you through life. It allows you to experience the world. Treat it with respect and care. Your mind is powerful. It can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Choose thoughts that uplift and empower you. Your heart is precious. It's the seat of your emotions, your compassion, your love. Don't let anyone trample on it. Your spirit is indomitable. No matter what life throws at you, you have the strength to overcome it. Your past does not define you. It shaped you, yes, but it doesn't determine your future. You have the power to write a new story at any moment. Your present is a gift. It's the only moment you truly have. Make the most of it. Your future is full of potential. It's not set in stone. You have the power to shape it with your choices and actions. Your failures are not endpoints. They're stepping stones. Learn from them and keep moving forward. Your successes are not flukes. They're proof of your capabilities. Celebrate them and use them as fuel to reach even higher. Your fears are not facts. They're stories your mind tells you to keep you safe. But sometimes the greatest growth happens when you face those fears. Your doubts are not truths. They're echoes of past hurts or societal conditioning. You have the power to silence them with self-belief. Your worth is not determined by your productivity, your achievements, your possessions, or your relationships. It's inherent. It exists simply because you exist. Your light is not too bright. Don't dim it for anyone. The world needs your full radiance. Your uniqueness is not a flaw. It's your superpower. Embrace it. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It's a strength. It allows you to connect deeply with others and with the world around you. Your emotions are not something to be ashamed of. They're part of the human experience. Honor them, learn from them, but don't let them control you. Your intuition is not something to ignore. It's your inner wisdom speaking to you. Learn to listen to it and trust it. Your mistakes are not define you. They're opportunities for growth and learning. Embrace them as part of your journey. Your challenges are not punishments. They're opportunities for growth, for developing resilience, for becoming stronger. Your scars, both physical and emotional, are not something to hide. They're proof of your strength, your ability to heal, your resilience. Your story is not over as long as you're breathing. You have the power to write new chapters, to change the narrative, to create a life that honors your worth. So from this moment on, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that you will no longer allow anyone, including yourself, to treat you like you're nothing. Promise that you will stand tall in your power, that you will honor your worth, that you will shine your light brightly and unapologetically. Promise that you will speak your truth, even when your voice shakes. Promise that you will set boundaries, even when it feels uncomfortable. Promise that you will pursue your dreams, even when others say you can't. Promise that you will love yourself fiercely, that you will treat yourself with kindness and respect. Promise that you will celebrate your uniqueness, your quirks, your imperfections, because they make you who you are. Promise that you will no longer shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Promise that you will no longer apologize for taking up space, for having needs, for being who you are. Promise that you will no longer settle for less than you deserve in any area of your life. In your relationships, your career, your self-care, your dreams. Promise that you will no longer let fear hold you back from living fully, from reaching for what you want, from becoming who you're meant to be. Promise that you will no longer let your past define your future, that you will no longer let your mistakes hold you back, that you will no longer let your doubts win over your dreams. Promise that you will stand up for yourself, that you will speak up when something isn't right, that you will advocate for your needs and wants. Promise that you will take care of yourself, body, mind, and spirit. Promise that you will prioritize your well-being, your growth, your happiness. Promise that you will surround yourself with people who see your worth, who celebrate your light, who encourage your growth, and promise that you will distance yourself from those who try to dim your light or make you feel small. Promise that you will keep growing, learning, evolving, that you will never stop becoming a better version of yourself. And most importantly, promise that you will always, always remember your worth, that you will never again forget that you are a miracle, a force of nature, a unique and invaluable expression of life itself. Because when you make these promises to yourself and keep them, you change. And when you change, the world around you changes. You create a ripple effect of empowerment, of self-worth, of respect that extends far beyond you. So stand tall, speak your truth, set your boundaries, pursue your dreams, love yourself fiercely, and never ever let anyone treat you like you're nothing again. Because you are not nothing, you are everything, you always have been, and it's time the world knew it. Remember, this journey of self-worth is ongoing. It's a daily practice, a moment-by-moment choice. But with each choice to honor your worth, you grow stronger. With each step you take in honoring yourself, you create a new normal, one where you are valued, respected, and treated as the miracle you are. So go forth, shine your light, live your truth, honor your worth. The world is waiting for the real you, the you that knows its value, that stands in its power, that refuses to be treated as anything less than the miracle it is. You've got this, and you are worth it. Always remember that.